Welcome back, everybody. So, looks like we have available to us now the second performance of Dimash on The World's Best. So that's pretty cool. What I thought that I would do, though, in this video is I really want to kind of showcase what people have to look forward to from Dimash. We'll watch through his performance on The World's Best, and then we'll have a bit of a talk about what was great about it. We'll see if there's anything that's not so great about it. And then what I would like to do is I would like to kind of show you why it's so very important that that we keep voting for him so that he can make it through to the next rounds. And I'm going to do this in a very particular way, so stay tuned for that. Aria, Leo, Eli, hi. This one's going to be a little bit different to everybody else that's joining us on this journey. Welcome, or welcome back. And yeah, let's kick this off. But first, as per usual, we'll go to the intro. Welcome back, everybody. So this is Dimash, and it looks like he's going to be singing all by myself, which is quite interesting because it looks like he's wearing a costume from one of the other videos that I was hoping to cover. It's a really great costume, by the way. So let's kick into it and see how he does. Always such great lead in music.
When I was young, I never needed anyone, and making love was just for fun. Those days ago.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dimash! Congratulations. Wow.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. That was great. See, one of those guys was crying. Ugh, just every time, right? Someone's in the audience crying. Fantastic performance. Really was a great performance. Hit all of the right notes, and yeah. I mean, what are you going to do? The guy's got to go through, right? I mean, I do feel a bit bad, obviously, for the poor contestant that he has been put up against. But there is no denying how powerful he is as a singer and performer. I mean, out of all of those judges, RuPaul has really got to see the light in him, right? RuPaul being the kind of entertainer. There they are. It's like, yeah, he's fantastic. There's not very much you can say to critique a performance like that. If you have seen All By Myself, as done in this, it might not have been the singer. I can't remember where he's done it. But where it's a much longer version, right? Because in these kinds of competitions, they really shorten down the amount of time that a contestant has on the stage, which is understandable. There's a lot for them to get through. And so they don't have much time. They've got to rearrange all of the music. You have to give up some stylistic choices that you maybe would have made before. Yeah, it can be hard. So a lot of the comments I saw on the last performance of his that I tended to agree with. You know, I really did think that it wasn't, and it wasn't as polished as what was done on the singer. Right, and there are numerous vocal coaches that talked about it, about the fact that the studio quality of the performance on the singer was much higher, and this one's much more raw and stripped back. So fantastic. But what I would like to do now, because I'm fairly certain that everybody out there has watched the video, seen how the judges vote. By the way, he goes through, kind of landslides it a little, ends up scoring a 98, I do believe, out of 100, which is, I mean, come on, it's astronomical. And RuPaul does give him a 50, as high as you can score for those three judges from America. So again, just a brilliant performance that everybody loved. What I'm going to do now is, because I haven't seen All By Myself in months, I think it was one of his performances that I came across when I was just kind of starting my journey through all of these kinds of videos. I'm going to go back and we're going to play that next. And I want you to see what it's like when you give Dimash full reign, right? And I'm expecting that as the competition goes on, that's what we're going to see. The less contestants that we see, the more time that gets given to them, the more artistic choices they're allowed to make, the closer to the originals they're allowed to go, the more production value that gets thrown behind the song. So I'd really like to just take you now to All By Myself as performed originally. So we're going to fade to black for a bit. I'm going to come right back, all right? So bear with me. And welcome back, everybody. So, as promised, this is Dimash, All By Myself, and it looks like the title for it is that it was from the singer 2017. So I'm not too certain how that works, because I thought that his singer songs were done in 2018, but that's okay, because let's watch this now. And let's see, when you throw full production value behind them, what it is that comes out the other side. Yeah. Love that guy's hairstyle.
And making love was just for fun. Thus they go. Even alone, I think of all the friends I know. But when I died the day before, nobody's home.
Now, I just want to pause it there. You know, the song has so much more impact, right? When you give it that soft intro that lasts for quite a while, give him the opportunity to take you on a journey and actually tell a story. And the way that he ever so softly sings his notes and really puts power behind specific words to really tell the story is fantastic, and he's got so much more opportunity to be a proper stageman about it. You know, the part where he goes like this with his finger. All of these small things are things that just can't happen in a show where you have a whole lot of people who have to be given a shorter amount of time, right? And as you can see behind him, he's got a full live orchestra. So, I mean, come on, the quality of everything is just so much higher. And again, I'm not banging the world's best, right? This is all understandable stuff when you want to showcase so many people from across the world in one show. So that aside, we can already see just how much more quality he's able to give to a performance and to the notes that he's attempting to hit when he's in this kind of an atmosphere. So we've got that lovely slow bit. Now we're heading into the mid kind of range of the song. He's picked it up a bit. Just teasing through the song, right? Again, the proper kind of build-up. We get to hear his voice in its many facets, how he can take it, the song, and really punch the volume into it and make it really loud and then soften it off at the end to kind of build your anticipation and then settle you back down again. You know, take you on a proper journey, which is what he's really stellar at doing.
making love was just for fun. Those they go. All by myself, don't be all by myself anymore.
Pure and unadulterated insanity. That's what that is. I mean, come on. Like, you can't realistically combine or compare, sorry, the two, can you? I mean, his performance from The World's Best and then his performance here on The Singer. I mean, in that since the last pause that I've done, you know, when he starts to really belt out the notes and he goes up high and he dances at the end of them and he gives himself so much room to push a note and hold it, and then change the key up and then dance it off at the end. And that's just something that he doesn't have time for, right, in The World's Best. And all of that build-up, gone. All that you get is the powerful notes at the end, and that doesn't tell the story behind the song. So you feel a little robbed when you see this, right? And then the end part. I mean, come on. You know, like, just the way that he bounces so delicately through those end notes and kind of, if you're listening to them, you feel your head kind of bob to one side and then it'll bob to the other side. And then he just hammers it home. This huge note at the end, the lights come down, the orchestra's right behind him, the crowd's on their feet, the energy in the room is just pure, unadulterated excitement and insanity. I mean, the man has true mastery over the ability to tell a story through sound. So that's why I wanted you guys to see this, especially if you're just learning about Dimash or you're just seeing what he's capable of now. I mean, if you have, you know, any kind of friends who are just coming into the world of Dimash, I highly recommend that you get them to watch The World's Best so that they understand that this is kind of, you know, the competition. Yes, he's fantastic. 6-octave man. Oh my gosh, that's all really, really great. But then lead them to this one and go, now I want you to see what you can look forward to out of this guy. You know, I can't vote. I'm in the wrong country to vote. But if you're watching this and you're a little bit on the line as to whether or not you should vote for him, do it. Do it so that you can see this kind of stuff. Do it so that you get to see him actually with a full production behind him. I mean, oh, beautiful. And as per usual, at the end of these kinds of videos, I normally choose a relatable topic that I can kind of put into a bit more context for my, not just for my children, but for my children, right? So Aria, Leo, Eli, if you're watching this, All by Myself is a song it's got all of these lovely highs in it, you know, but it's really a song about the later years of your life, you know, and you know, like that line, when I call on the telephone, nobody's home. It's really talking about the fact that as you get older, you lose friends, and one day you may, more than likely, you will find that your mother and I will be gone. And these things are life, you know, it's just life. These things happen. But the message beyond that I think is really important is the idea of how precious life is. No matter how you look at it, it's really a fantastic thing to be involved in terms of the, you know, especially in our privileged part of the world, where we are safe and secure, and we don't have as many worries, you know, as a lot of the other places in the world. We should really acknowledge and be grateful for that, because that's not true of a lot of the world out there. So if you ever are finding that you feel like you're all by yourself, right? Lonely, lost, without somebody to talk to, talk to me. I mean, come and watch these videos, you know. If I'm still around, definitely call me. Life does get hard, and sometimes you do find yourself either making a stand or just being alone. And I think that a really big key, as I've talked about in another video, to finding yourself alone and being able to cope with that is the idea of having a purpose in mind or a goal. And then secondly, being good with yourself. Sometimes you'll find that parents don't really cover this too much. But really one of the major things about being able to live by yourself and exist in a way where you're not reliant upon the company of others in order to find purpose or drive or anything in your life of worth, you know, which is how so many people find themselves thinking towards the darker parts of whether or not they should exist on this planet at all, is that you need to get good with yourself. You need to be okay with the parts of you that aren't that great. You need to realize that inside of you is something fantastic. And that if other people can't see that, or if other people are treating you poorly because they don't like the way that you are, bearing in mind that you're being a good person, then that's not your fault and that's not your problem. And sometimes it's scary, the idea of changing your circumstance, moving away, letting people go, just not taking it anymore, looking after yourself. All very important things that you need to try and do. And I've covered this before too. Look after yourself so that you may look after others. And in return, if you find good friends, true friends, and look, if they're not good or true friends, just let them go. Find good, true friends. Sometimes you're going to find that you're maybe not such a good or true friend. It's all learning, right? Which is why sometimes we have to realize that these people that are not good and true friends, maybe they're just not in the right place in life. But again, that's not your problem. You let them go. You find people, your people. They may not be blood, they may not be family, but if they look after you, care about you, then they're good people and you need to keep them around. And it's those people that will help you through your life. But remember, there are going to be times when you are alone, by yourself. You need to find your resilience. And you need to understand your place and be grateful. And not in a be grateful or, you're a horrible person. Not in that way. Just recognize that things could be worse. They are worse in some places. And that we've got a pretty good life. We're always here for you. Just a phone call away. It's a good place to wrap it up, I think. Dimash, All by Myself. Yeah. We saw the shortened version of what we could possibly have, and then we looked at what we could get later on down the track. Vote for the guy if you can. Aria, Leo and Eli, I love you. And everybody else that's along on the journey, take care. And we'll see you next time.